a water sign for a moon sign is all filled with feelings, right? But your moon sign is in Gemini. Gemini is very quick. Your mind is quick and bright and fast, right?
Okay.
And it goes very fast. Now, what does the mind have to do with the moon? Well, Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, and Mercury then is along with the moon. So believe me, you're very subconsciously smart. There isn't too many things that you can't learn, right?
Oh, thank
Now,
you.
is there a particular thing that you? Oh, I think if I recall from the show earlier, all right, you were. Let me get this straight. What you were doing? You were promoting people,
Yeah,
right?
I do promoting, uh, you know, some spiritual people to come here in
Yes.
New England area. I have the shamans from Peru to come in and some other people coming in.
But
Um,
refresh me a little bit because I was doing other things when you were talking to Leanne. You're stuck, or you're not doing what you think you should be doing.
yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm losing my home, so that's going to go. So all my attachments that I've had that we would normally take into consideration that you would do, I guess, on whatever plane.
Yes, you are
But
losing your home.
I feel like I guess it's time for me to journey and travel and
Boy, is it.
really
It, okay, now
maybe.
really, really, truly it is. There's a number of changes taking place in your life. And one of the reasons I love astrology is that the planets do a dance together.
Okay.
And when I see an energy of one planet doing a particular thing, I go, okay. But then I want to see where it correlates. And you were talking, and I remember this. You have a Venus, and I know we're getting off the moon, but this is important to you. You have a Venus. The day that you were born, Venus was in Capricorn. It's a 5 degree Capricorn. Pluto right now, as we're in the sky, Pluto in the sky now is 5 degree Capricorn. It won't be back in that position for over 238 years. And Pluto is all about transformation. And Pluto's in your first house. So when Pluto transits Venus like that, it really transforms your heart chakra. It transforms how you look at love. It transforms how you look at relationships. And with Pluto in the first house conjunct your Venus, it draws love to you. It draws relationship to you. One of the things that I would suggest in looking at your chart, and if this makes sense to you, I'm not saying you don't love yourself, all right? What I am saying is that you don't appreciate yourself enough. And I think these changes are taking place in your life, your home, truck, all the rest of this. It's making room for you to become your new you. All right. You have an excellent chart for networking in groups of people. An excellent chart for doing that. You
Cool.
you
I
also
like it.
Yes, you do. And you have an excellent chart for relationships. One of the things in relationship, your moon is in the seventh house. I don't know what song it is, but they sing about when the moon is in the seventh house. Your moon is in the seventh
Aquarius.
house. Aquarius, okay. Uh, all right. But your moon is in Gemini in the seventh house. And one of the things, and this doesn't have anything to do with this new person in your life, but you have to be careful that your emotional life isn't tied to the ups and downs of your partner.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I met the one in Peru,
Yes.
in Machu Picchu, on a 11/7/11. So, and he's from Germany and he's a Gemini.
Well, that I'm going to tell you. Now, this is something I was going to talk to about the moon. So let me express this. When people ask me, when people ask me what sign am I compatible with, what they're asking me about is their sun sign. And my answer is I am more concerned about the moon sign
Moon sign.
compatibility than I am the sun sign.
I don't know what his moon is.
Well, I don't need his moon sign because you have a connection here that goes on. Your moon sign is in Gemini. His sun sign is in Gemini. When
Right.
one partner's sun sign is the same as the other person's moon sign, it's a very powerful connection.
Yeah. It's not blew me off the sidewalk.
Yes, especially when the man's sun is equivalent to the woman's moon. His
Okay.
conscious mind, his male energy, all right, is the same vibratory essence as your feminine subconscious energy.
Nice.
Yes, it's very nice. It's one of the major connectors between people. All right. I don't know what his. All you needed to do, if you knew his date of birth, we could look at a
I
moon
know his
sign.
date of birth.
Do you?
Yeah, it's 1966.
Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta fly this computer again. And Mercury is in retrograde, so you're gonna have to bear
Yes,
with
I know.
all of this if it's kind of goes little snafu and kaflooey. What's his date of birth again?
6/2/1966. June 2nd, 1966.
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Okay. 66 and 2nd. Okay. What this is going to give us is the day of birth. And the day of birth, unless the moon is on a cusp and it's changing, we don't need the time. All right?
Okay.
So,
He's in Germany, actually.
ooh, I like this. Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah, because unless his moon is in the sign of Sagittarius. It's a good chance his moon is in the sign of Sagittarius. It might. Let me just look what time I got in here. 6 p.m. It's pretty good chance it's in the moon of Sagittarius. When I said the connection between the moon is important, his moon is in Sagittarius, and the big three on an astrology chart are the sun, the moon, and the rising sign. And your rising sign is Sagittarius, right? So his moon goes to your rising sign. Your moon goes to his sun sign. And the potency of the moon is very important. My love over here, I am a sun sign Capricorn. Leanne has a moon in Capricorn. So that's one of the connectors that we have that makes it very powerful, very knowing. I think that's the word. That's you have a sense that you know this person long before you should.
Oh, yeah.
Like you meet them for 5 minutes and you feel like you knew them forever.
Lifetime. Yep.
That kind of
He said
thing.
the same thing, actually, without me even saying it.
Yes.
Gail, when I met Brian Gail, that's what I said. I've said from the very beginning. I was like, I loved him the minute I met him. I wasn't in love with him, any of that, but I immediately loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's totally on a different plane, but
Right.
you know what?
Oh,
okay. Do you have any other questions I could take a look at?
Just, I guess, what do I have kind of, is it just traveling, is it just transferring, is it just doing the journey and just going with the flow and
Yes.
allowing things to happen?
Now, really great. I mean, a real simple phrase that we could use is going with the flow. And it seems like, light and airy and all that other stuff. There's so much change that's going on in your chart. Your beingness is changing, first house. You have energy going into your fourth house, which is your home and your real estate. You have energy going into your career house, that's changing. Staying in your own integrity and feeling your own intuitive guidance is the best advice I could give you in a short reading like this. All right? Mercury is in retrograde. Now, I don't know when you met this man. It's in your fifth house. So with Mercury in retrograde, what you want to do is take the next few weeks and really think about how you want to have fun, be creative, and what you want in love. We have a very bad phone connection with you, is what George has just given me. So if you want to get me, my email address is bhwhale@yahoo.com, and I will continue this with you. All right? We could do it off some other phone lines. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
I need to call her, but I will get her on the phone.
Okay.
Have Elaine who wants to talk to you, and then Pam after that.
Okay. Cool beans. We're ready to go.
Cool.
Now, let's go back to the moon again, because everybody's got one. And when you meet someone and you have a sense of knowing them real quick, it's generally the moon sign that's connecting. And the moon is, like I said, very important. Why is it very important? Because it rules the subconscious mind. Picture a pyramid, all right, and cut off the top 10% of the pyramid. Just draw a line. The top 10% of that is the conscious mind. The bottom 90% is the subconscious mind. And we as humans in this world, operate more on subconscious patterns than we do in conscious awareness. I'll say that again. We operate more on a subconscious patterns than we do conscious awareness. We just go about life. And these subconscious patterns are given to us from a number of ways.